The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views or ideas of the staff or management of KWSH or the 110 Broadcast Group.
It's Jay. It's Jay. Good morning, as we say here. Good morning in it. Nagadoa. Boy, killer child chifkadoos. Sitting here today, July 27th. Is that what we're on now? 27th. You'll see on the video playback, I've got this big spot on my shirt. I'm wearing this bright lavender Prince shirt. That's no ruffles or anything, but it's a nice shirt. But I went into my hair, as many of you know, is getting a little bit longer, and so my vanity got to me when I come out of the Chogoji to do this radio show, and I got my hands all wet, run it through my hair, getting that Fabio look, and I get this big old spot on my shoulder. So if y'all see it on the radio playback, it's what it is. But you know what? I make it look good. You look good and you feel good. So that's where we're at today. Well, we got a lot of stuff running through the brain today. I was telling Dennis, I said sometimes it's just hard being Bo WHITEKILLER. Sometimes it's just hard being Dennis Burton, Mark Williams, you know the deal. You know the vibes. So we got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of news, information I want to share with you today. A lot of things happened overnight that I can share with you, and hopefully we can find some resolve to it, and maybe even get a couple of you to talk to us on the social media sphere and hit us up with some of the answers of some of the questions we may pose to you today. But it's regarding, and in regards to the today's edition of Seminole Producer. For those of you in the local area, it had a nice little spot on there reserved for the Attorney General, Governor Kevin Stitt, selection for the Attorney General's office, saying a few words about his thoughts on the overturning, his thoughts on overturning the McGirt issue. So we'll talk about it a little bit, and it's really just you're trying to overturn the Supreme Court's decision affirming sovereignty. So, yeah, well, good luck on that, Junior. All right. So, without further ado, as we start any of our programs today, we've had a lot of recent deaths within our Seminole Nation families, and even within those listeners that are out there, I do want to just share. I got a brother of mine, Vamoose brother of mine, there in Kawakaji, Colvin. He lost his wife, both of them have been very, very good people. Whenever you went to Seminole Nation Day, they were very good people and supporters of the nation from afar. They live in Omaha, Nebraska, and their daughter was an advocate during the Standing Rock era, in which a couple of pictures that we posted was of Theron and his daughter, and but that family is a good family, and we just want to lift them up too, as well as the Coachman, Spain families and Harjo families, and of late, and some recent losses that we've had. So as we begin each program, we just want to give a moment of silence to those that walked on and families left to continue the earth journey. We're lifting up in healing and peace. Mado. We have some events upcoming that was given to us. We just want to share with you out there. And again, if you have any events or anything you want to post, hit us up on Seminole Media at gmail.com, SeminoleMedia@gmail.com, or hit us up on the Facebook inbox. We'll definitely get it. Seminole Nation of Oklahoma, as well as the Seminole Nation Community Events page. We'll get these events published as soon as we get them. Stephanie Lambert, Band Chief, announces Mikusuki Band will have a special meeting on August 19th at 6:30 p.m. at Vans on Highland in Shawnee. There'll be a regular band meeting on Thursday, September 2nd at 6:30, with the location to be announced. But the special meeting will be August 19th at 6:30 at Vans on Highland and Shawnee, with the regular band meeting Thursday, September 2nd at 6:30 p.m. September meeting will be to review band bylaws and elect officers. So it's that time of year where bands are researching the bylaws and want to make changes and want to try to get some information out to get new officers involved. So stay active, be involved. If there's something that you're not aware of with your band, contact us off the office. We can get you in touch with your band chief. But yeah, stay involved. Thursday, August 26th at 7 p.m. is a special called General Council meeting addressing the recent council petition. The next regular council meeting will be held September 4th at 10 a.m. with the swearing in of recent elected officials. So again, Thursday, October 26th at 7 p.m. is the special called General Council meeting for the Seminole Nation addressing the recent council petition. Again, a runoff election is upcoming. The runoff election will be held. And if you have any information or any questions, contact the election board. Contact the election board and reach out to Miss Sue, and she'll help you out and point you in the right direction at the election office. You can reach them at 405-652-0195. That's the election board at 405-652-0195. On the upcoming runoff election, be the two candidates for runoff are Brian Palmer and Buddy Wood. Brian Palmer and Anthony Buddy Wood. You can also email the election board at electionboard@sno-nsn.gov. Election board at sno-nsn.gov with any questions or comments you may have for them. The Tarot office, the Tribal Employment Rights Office, Tarot, whose phone number is 405-716-1453. 405-716-1453 has a job opening, immediate job opening. Positions are in child care and Head Start position. Starting pay is at $10 per hour, no experience. And if you have experience, there'll be additional pay for experience. So again, if you have no experience and interested in child care, Head Start positions, $10 per hour, please contact Sonia Birdshead at 405-257-3683, 405-257-3683, and that's the CTSA Head Start program located in Shawnee. Or you can email Sonia at SoniaB, SONYAB, SoniaB at ctsaheadstart.org, ctsaheadstart.org. And again, I'll put this information out on our social media and website so you can follow up with it. I'll also be posting it on our playback as well. And again, anytime you deal with tarot or you have an opportunity to start a program, Tarot Department has gas and clothing vouchers available. Gas and clothing vouchers available. So Vashonda Carter, Director, and Donetta Lena, Administrative Assistant, can help you out down there. Two other jobs are listed in job openings and kind of want to highlight. There are many other job openings available, but you have to go through the Seminole Nation Careers tab at the Seminole Nation website and find out more about these jobs. But there are two jobs here I wanted to highlight. And one of them here is with, both of them here are with Tribal Court. Tribal Court has a job opening for a Deputy Court Clerk 1, a professional position of the judicial branch of the Seminole Nation. The position performs a variety of court-related duties, including but not limited to processing, filing, and assisting in the timely processing of case files. The position maintains professional interactions with employees, visitors, and community members. Again, that's the job summary for the Deputy Court Clerk 1. Minimum qualifications are associate's degree in criminal justice, legal studies, or related field, or at least minimum of 2 years of administrative experience, preferably court-related experience. Second job available at the Tribal Court is the Court Bailiff. Court Bailiff is a court safety officer for the Seminole Nation Tribal Court who will be situated in the courtroom to maintain order and provide security. Court Bailiff will be assigned to serve under the direction of the court to ensure the safety and well-being of court personnel and citizens in the judicial buildings. Minimum qualifications are previous experience working with law enforcement or court, basic written or oral communication skills, excellent interpersonal skills, must be able to pass a federal background check, must be able to comply with Seminole Nation drug-free workplace policies and have a valid driver's license and ability to meet Seminole Nation liability insurance requirements and maintain eligibility for insurance. And must have a demeanor that is mean. No, I'm just teasing. So any of these two jobs that you have, you can contact the Seminole Nation Careers tab and apply for these two jobs through the Human Resources Department. So careers at the website. Greg Palmer, the interim director of the ASAP program, Alcohol Substance Abuse Program, has a following announcement. Their main number is 405-652-73442. ASAP has a new number, or a number they've been using, and we're just getting it to you. It's a 405-652-7342. ASAP. And they're also located down there on the west end of Wrangler Boulevard near the junior, I keep wanting to say Seminole Junior College, Seminole State College. It's the old John building, so that's where they're at. BIA Fall Scholarships, Judgment Fund clothing applications are located at the website, or hard copies can be picked up at the office locations, the Higher Aid office or the Judgment Fund office, but they are out and they have been out. So check them out, pick them up, and they're also located in downloadable form on the Seminole Nation website under services. You'll be able to see them there. As far as more applications, we do have some that we want to put out, and they have been floating around out there. And I'm just going to give you kind of the skinny on what's going on. I said, while Seminole Nation Days hasn't, and I say hasn't officially been announced, Princess Committee and Baby Pageant have applications out for contestants for their programs. SINDOC-sponsored Baby Pageant will be held September 11th. While the Seminole Nation Princess Pageant will be held on the 16th, September 16th. So for further information, check out the website for these applications, updates, and then specifics. Again, Baby Pageant, SINDOC-sponsored Baby Pageant will be held September 11th, and the Seminole Nation Princess Pageant will be held the 16th. I did receive the flyer and application packet, so I will put those up today as well. Now, the Princess Pageant has an application turn-in date. I think it's the 21st. 21st, yeah. So we got some time left to get those things in. Election Board, got them. Seminole Nation Public Transit continues to run the roads, so if you got any information, contact Josie. Contact Josie at 405-294-3674. That's 405-294-3674. Public Transit. They're all over the place. I just kind of want to shift gears here. We got some news again this morning. We was looking at Seminole Producer. We got a lot of information that's flowing through there of late, and I've noticed kind of a shift in trend in some of the coverage, and maybe one day we can get our voice heard on it, because a lot of it we're starting to see one-sidedness. We do have a public discussion within our media personnel throughout Indian country, and today's topic was the seemingly one-sided viewpoint of what's going on with the Supreme Court's decision affirming sovereignty. So, from us, what we saw here today was a page on the front page. It said the new AG said he's committed to overturning McGirt. The new AG. So, those of you who don't know, this last Friday, Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt had a replacement for outgoing Attorney Mike Hunter, the new AG that came in. Judge, I was going to say Judge O'Connor, but he wasn't even passed or certified by the American Bar Association. So this O'Connor was now the AG for the state of Oklahoma, and part of what was reported was that he said that he's committed in overturning McGirt. And I'm going to just kind of read verbatim some of the reports itself and what it said, and you be the judge of it. Again, this is a staff report that was taken from the news today. Oklahoma's newly sworn-in Attorney General said he's committed to overturning the U.S. Supreme Court's decision in McGirt versus Oklahoma, a ruling that changed the jurisdictional landscape of much of Oklahoma. John O'Connor, who took the oath of office Friday, was tapped by Governor Stitt to fill the vacancy created by the resignation of Mike Hunter. He says, quote, "I am humbled and honored to have been selected by Governor Stitt to serve 4 million Oklahomans as Attorney General, protecting their interests in the state of Oklahoma," unquote, said O'Connor. Quote, "There is much work to be done, and I look forward to bringing my experience to the office in service of the good people of Oklahoma," unquote. O'Connor reportedly said during a press conference on Friday that he was committed to overturning McGirt versus Oklahoma decision and would send an amicus brief if a challenge to Roe versus Wade made it to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court ruled last year that Congress never disestablished the boundaries of the Creek Reservation. Therefore, the state lacks jurisdiction over major crimes committed by Native Americans on tribal land. The decision has since been extended to include the Cherokee Nation, Choctaw Nation, Chickasaw Nation, and the Seminole Nation. Stitt said that O'Connor was a mentor while he was building his Gateway mortgage business. O'Connor said that he would be running as a full term as Attorney General, but that is not a condition set by the governor to take appointment. And there are other Republican candidates that are going to be in the running. But again, this is just a temporary appointment for the next 18 months. So we've seen some of the rhetoric that's been coming out of the office, and one of the things that some of my media contemporaries and peers have been talking about is like, why are they pushing this narrative? And it's not really something that is true. And again, we've heard the adage, the sky is falling, and it's not necessarily the case, because tribal nations are handling their own business and being able to produce and actually make some of these prosecutions a little bit stiffer penalties for what's going on. I know that my good friend Jason Salzman at the Muskogee Nation, what they try to do is that they make no mention of Mr. McGirt in any of their crimes or any of their mentions through their communications. I know he said they've been really adamant about that, and that's one thing that the Seminole Nation feels as well, is that it's really not a case of such that's going to have any decision or do anything with Mr. McGirt or his crimes. This is just a Supreme Court's decision affirming tribal sovereignty, because no citizen is above the law. And we're looking to see how this moves and how this post-McGirt process plays as it should while justice is being served. Again, Mado, Jason, for your words and your comments. But the sky is not falling. We'll continue to move on, continue to march forward. I'd be interested in hearing what you think. Many of you have seen some of the words that's been played out on the media. I'd be interested to hear what you think, what you see on the landscape, and how that is either affecting you or maybe your own thoughts on this issue. So hit us up on our Facebook. I'll post up a couple questions on our social media feed, and just go ahead and answer away. Let's see, interested to see your comments about the Supreme Court's decision affirming tribal sovereignty. A couple things that are happening here through Seminole County. I just wanted to share with you that there's going to be some lane closures too, just west and east of the 99 highway in the Seminole part of Seminole Reservation. It's going to be happening today through Thursday. They're doing some work out there, so be careful. Plan accordingly if you're heading on I-40, headed east or west. They're going to go down to one lane from 8 to 5. So be careful. Oklahoma State had a notion that OU and Texas might look to leave the Big 12. Yep, that's right. OU and Texas. Yep. So what are your thoughts on that? All right, OU and Texas leaving the Big 12. They can't handle it, I guess. I'm not really sure. It's just, I'm not really sure how that's going to factor in. But I did see the USA women got beat in the gold medal softball game this morning. It was a tough loss. Japan, who won last year, or actually the preceding year, 2018, won. It was the last one to win the gold medal. But our United States gave valiant effort, but got beat 2-0. Anything other than what's going on with the election? I'm trying to think. We had some other comments that were made. and I was asked to talk about. They kind of escaped me at this moment, but make sure you contact your bands and make sure that you have someone representing the band chief meeting that'll be upcoming next Monday, actually. Next Monday, August 2nd. That's what it was. Make sure that we have full representation by your bands there. So at the Miccosukee Mission, they are in-person only meetings. It will happen at 6:30 at the mission. Everybody is invited to come be a part of it and represent your band, or support your band chief that's there. Now, decorum kind of persists that anytime the floor is open, the band chiefs are being the ones addressed by the band chairman. So if you have something that you want to share with your band chief and get voiced out there, please be respectful and notify your band chief that you have something that you want to say. But, these meetings are great. I mean, I've been with them since we've been here, and they're far more the most informal, most informative meetings that we can have. Please send somebody to represent or have somebody sit in from your band and stay in contact with your band chiefs as the information flows and things are happening. There hasn't been any official meeting or distribution of funds that I'm aware of that's been notified through the communications department as far as concerning the ARP funds. I do see a lot of the social media traffic about this is what other tribes are doing. This is what's happening with other tribes. How come other tribes are getting them? Well, we're the Seminole Nation. We're not the other tribes, and other tribes have systems in place to do that, and just be patient. I had one, and I had one tell me, "Hey, White Killer, I got a probate that's got to go down. I need help getting that paid for that probate." And I got to tell you, sir, I'm not. These are some of the things you got to plan for. I've got 2 kids in college. Somebody help me, but no, you got to plan for these things. We're having to learn a new way. This is generational change. This is a shift in pattern. These are some things that are helping us to get ahead, and we must utilize each and every aspect to a deliberate path forward on utilizing and being accountable and respectful and transparent and all these things. Because that's we get one shot at this, and let's do it right. So stay in charge and in touch with your band. Stay in charge of your band chiefs. Stay in touch with your band chiefs, and make sure that you stay in contact with them. And as much as information as we get out, we'll definitely put it out there. But at this time, again, I say no monies have left the ARP funding. It's still there. There's as far as I'm tracking is on the official front. Anything planning or anything according going like that is still hasn't been set yet. So if I hear anything, you guys will hear it. But other than that, we're going to continue to move and get out of the way. We didn't have too much other than what I wanted to share with you. I do want to make sure that you guys are involved in this McGirt issue, because stay informed. You got to stay informed, stay aware of what's going on. Any changes that's going to be made is going to have to be made at a congressional level. That's the bottom line, regardless of what the state tries to do and what they try to throw at the tribes. It's got to be a congressionally mandated change, and that's not likely. Judging from some of the meetings that we've sat in on, I've been privy to and have sat in on as far as the congressional meetings and meeting with some of the staffers and such, they are not really educated on that situation. They understand they have a trust and treaty responsibility. They know what the leadership of tribal nations have a need for, or really not a need, but more of an educational promotion. And so it's up to us to as a nations to band together and stay educated, stay informed on this, so that we know our crossed T's and our dotted I's on all this, so that it doesn't happen and we get left in the dark again. So stay informed, stay educated, and we'll be fine. We have to educate ourselves to know who we are. That's what I mean when I say teach the children. So don't be afraid. What we left behind, leave it back there. Try to do some good. Let's try to take a step. Try to think something good. Think like a nation, not a reservation. So with that, we're going to close this out. Another edition of the Seminole Nation radio program. We'll continue to monitor events as they happen. Check us out on social media feed, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. and also the Seminole Nation Community Events Calendar for things that are happening. Lift one another up. Be positive. Stay positive. Don't tear each other down. You know, we're all Estejati here. We're trying to make it work. Once the community thrives, then everybody thrives. So with that, Adam Chi Chavez, White Killer, Seminole Nation radio program. Motto.